In the words of Thomas Edison, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always try just one more time.
Recording in progress.
Good afternoon to one and all present here.
I, Janvi Mehta,
and I, Aniket Raina, Joint Secretaries of the Area Society of Amity Law School, Noida, welcome our esteemed guests. Honorable Chairman, Sir, Joint HOIs, our very supportive faculties, the students of Amity Law School, Noida, and our participants.
ADR Society helps law students to explore the practice of ADR. ADR refers to a variety of processes such as arbitration, mediation, and negotiation that are designed to resolve legal disputes instead of litigation. The ADR Society works to harness the efforts of students towards the common goal of the development of ADR processes through student initiatives, competitions, and intellectual discourse.
The main objective of this ADR tournament is to bring out the latent talents of students, providing them with a learning experience and building their competitive spirit. It seeks to encourage them to explore the various aspects of dispute resolution, understand its intricacies, and receive a more practical understanding of the alternate methods of dispute settlement out of court, which will ultimately promote the various mechanisms of ADR.
Before we move ahead, let us begin this ceremony with the blessings of the Almighty. By lighting the lamp, we request our esteemed guests and dignitaries to light the lamp. Thank you, everyone.
Today, it is our privilege to have amongst us our esteemed guest, Advocate Jaya Goyal Ma'am, Director of the Association for India International Mediation and Arbitration Services. We request the joint HOIs to kindly welcome Ma'am with a sapling.
Thank you, sir and ma'am.
We also have amongst us Advocate Sham Sundar Sharma, sir. Sir is a senior mediator and trainer and the Joint Secretary of Samadhan, Delhi High Court Mediation and Conciliation Center. Sir is also a member of Madhyam, the Council for Conflict Resolution. Further, he is also an arbitrator at the Delhi International Arbitration Center. We would request the joint HOIs to kindly welcome Sir with a token of appreciation.
We also have amongst us Advocate Dhananjay Kumar Singh Sir. Sir is the Secretary of the Debt Recovery Tribunal, Bar Association Delhi, and the founder of the law firm Corpus Regis. Sir has completed his legal studies at the Delhi University and possesses an extensive experience for a period of over 25 years and has enormous expertise in documentation and arbitration. We will request Sir, the joint HOIs and Chairman Sir to kindly welcome Sir with a token of appreciation. Yeah.
We also have amongst us our esteemed guest, Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain Sir. Sir is a judge at Delhi High Court and a trained mediator and trainer for mediators. Sir has conducted training programs throughout India on mediation and for trainers of mediation for judicial officers, advocates, law students, etc. Sir is also an accredited mediator by the International Mediation Institute, Holland. We request the Chairman, Sir, and joint HOIs to kindly welcome Sir with a token of appreciation.
In the words of John Maxwell, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. That one reason for most of us here is Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar Sir, the Joint HOI of Amity Law School, Noida. We would like to request Sir to present the welcome address.
Thank you. Ladies, gentlemen, my dear students and esteemed guests on the dais of the dais. I am pleased to welcome you all the valedictory ceremony of 6th Amity National ADR Tournament 2023 organized by the ADR Society at Amity Law School, Noida. Today we gathered mark the conclusion of esteemed tournament celebrating the exceptional talent and dedication displayed by the participation throughout the event. Inaugurating this auspicious occasion on behalf of the brimming spirit and zeal of the organizing committee, I would like to take the privilege to welcoming our eminent guest for today. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain Sir, Judge Delhi High Court, who is an epitome of great legal acumen and mettle that envisage effectively delivery of justice and a source of inspiration for all of us. We are indebted to you, sir, that you spared your valuable time from your highly demanding schedule. Most welcome, sir. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Tandon, sir, former Judge Nainital High Court, Additional Vice Chairman, Amity Judicial Academy and Amity Law Foundation. We are very thankful to you, sir, for your heartily agreed to present your address today. I extend my warm welcome to esteemed honorable guest, Shri Shyam Sundar Sharma ji, Advocate, Senior Executive Member, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Joint Secretary Samadhan, who took out time despite his busy schedule to address all the delegates. To many thanks, sir. I would also like to extend my welcome to JMM, who spare her valuable time. Thank you, ma'am. We offer our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Founder President of RBF, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir, and Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Chancellor, Amity University, President, RBEF, for their blessings and guidance, which has always motivated us to do something bigger in an innovative way. I am deeply honored and humbled to welcome one of the great leader of higher education, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam Dr. Valbindra Shukla, who motivated us, guided us throughout the event. We are honored to have Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Chairman of Amity Law Schools, whose guidance and leadership have been instrumental for all the endeavors we put hands in. As we come together to recognize and applaud the remarkable achievements of all the involved, let us reflect on the importance of alternative dispute resolution in today's legal landscape and its potential to pave the way for the more just and harmonious society. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to esteemed guests for their presence, support, setting the stage for meaningful exchange of idea and experiences. To all the participating team, faculty members, and dear students, your dedication and efforts have made this tournament a truly memorable experience. We look forward to hearing from our distinguished speaker who bringing a wealth of knowledge and expertise to enrich our understanding about the ADR landscape. Once again, welcome to all the esteemed gathering, and let us together celebrate the spirit of collaborations and learning. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for addressing the crowd. We would now like to invite our guest, Honorable Professor Justice Rajesh Tandon, sir, Additional Vice Chairman of the Amity Judicial Academy, and we would request him to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. On the dais, Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain, my brother judge of the Delhi High Court, Mr. Bandhu Upadhyay ji, our chairman, Advocate Jaya Goyal ji, and who is the director of the Arbitration Center and very influential in arbitration matters, Sri Dr. Aditya Tomar ji, Shyam Sundar Sharma, who is a not only advocate but only dictates in the Delhi High Court and is very influential as a Delhi High Court member and also commands in arbitration matters. Dr. Shefali Rajada and Mrs. Priyanka Ghai ji. Now today is the arbitration day. Our founder president Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan and our chancellor has kept this arbitration matters as ADR. And regarding the ADR, first of all, I will say that it is the dispute resolution, that is alternative dispute resolution. It is a short name. And from 1937, this has started. Earlier, the name was Protocol and also Protocol and Convention Act 1937. Thereafter, it has come as Arbitration Act 1940. Thereafter, after the 1940, there was a National Commission for International Trade Law in 1985. That has given the kind of this new arbitration law that was enforced from 1996. After 1996, it has become international commercial arbitration also. In 1940, it was only a domestic arbitration. Now, when 1996, this Arbitration Act was enforced, various judgments have come up. Now, there was an important judgment of Konark Railway. My respected brother, Justice Jain, must be knowing that. And the entire history has started after that Konark railway, that is the judgment of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has said that increasing growth of global trade and the delay in disposal of cases in courts under the normal system in several countries made it imperative to have the perception of an alternative dispute resolution system, more particularly in the matter of commercial disputes. When the entire world was moving in favor of a speedy resolution of commercial disputes, the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, way back in 1985, adopted the model law of international commercial arbitration, and since then, number of countries have given recognition of that model law in view of the present Arbitration and Conciliation Act of 1996. Now the Arbitration Act has been enacted in 1996. Thereafter, there is a clause under the Arbitration Act, how the Arbitration Act proceeds. The students must have heard about the Arbitration Act, how to proceed. The proceedings are under the Arbitration Act contained under Section 7 of the Arbitration Act. Section 7 provides that there must be an agreement. Now, agreement between the two parties, and that agreement provides, and then the matter is referred under Section 8 of the Arbitration Act. Section 8 provides power to refer parties to arbitration where there is an arbitration agreement. Therefore, the students, the purpose of arbitration and the procedure of arbitration is out of the agreement between the parties. Now, the agreement is, it can be done after the information technology was enforced. Then, under the Arbitration Act, a provision has also come by exchange of letters, telex, telegrams, or other means of telecommunication, including communication through electronic means, which provide a record of the agreement. Therefore, that can be done even by telecommunication. After this telecommunication, which was introduced also in the Arbitration Act, very respectfully, may I ask, I cannot ask, but I can suggest to His Lordship Justice Jain, since His Lordship is dealing in the arbitration matters, then why, when the telecommunication has been provided, why this stamp duty is being provided under the arbitration agreement? The arbitration agreement, when it is communicated on telephone, letters and all that, how is the question of stamp duty? The Supreme Court has referred the matter to the 7 judges of the Supreme Court regarding this matter, whether any agreement of this type should be stamped or not. That is a crucial question, because once the stamp is there, then the question of telecommunication goes, how the letters will be exchanged and all that. All these questions are very important for the Arbitration Act, and I hope His Lordship will consider whenever the matter will come before His Lordship. Another matter which I want to point out, there's a lacuna in the Arbitration Act, that is under Section 24. 24 of the Arbitration Act provides hearing and written proceedings. Because we are the arbitrators, these problem comes off and on before me. Therefore, I want to brought this also to the notice of His Lordship. Unless otherwise agreed by the parties, the arbitrate tribunal shall decide whether to hold oral hearings for the presentation of evidence or for oral argument, or whether the proceeding shall be conducted on the basis of documents and other materials. May I point out that the oral hearings, when the parties start the oral examination, that is the cross examination, it takes a longer time, because it may be dragged and all that. I am also facing one of the arbitration where 8 sittings have come and now the cross examination has not been completed. And the difficulty is when the arbitrator says, "Bhai, khatam karo, oral examination khatam karo," then the other party thinks that he is prejudiced to me. That is the difficulty of the arbitrator. Therefore, some limitation should be fixed that the oral hearings may not proceed for 3 or 4 or whatever may be, just like section 23 and section 29 is there. There's 6 months, 1 year that has been provided. Some limit should be there for oral hearings also, that should be completed. These are my submissions for His Lordship, and His Lordship will consider it. And the Arbitration Act is very good. That's also minimize the limitation that takes place in 10 years and 15 years in the civil court. Father files the suit and the grandson enjoys it. That is the civil court, and that is why this Arbitration Act has been enacted. Second factor of the matter, there is a provision under the CPC also, that is section 89 of the CPC, which provides that the civil court has also power to refer the matter, which it provides where it appears to the court there exist elements of a settlement which may be acceptable to the parties. The court shall formulate the terms of settlement and give them to the parties for their observations, and after receiving the observations of the parties, the court may refer the matter for arbitration, conciliation, mediation, and judicial settlement. But the Arbitration Act does not contain any such power that the district judge has jurisdiction to refer the matter. He never exercises that power of referring the matter to the arbitrator. If this is done, 50% of the pendency will finish, because all the matters of the district court shall be referred by the district judge, in the high court by the high court, and by the Supreme Court naturally by the Supreme Court. And therefore my submission is, whenever such matter comes to your lordship knowledge and during the hearing, your lordship may suggest that the district judge also is empowered under section 89 of the Civil Procedure Code to refer the matter to the arbitrator. All these questions are there, I have pointed out, and therefore I think that the Arbitration Act will also be modified and amended in accordance with my suggestions, and His Lordship will also consider that. Now the time is very short, and therefore I finish here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words.
We would now like to invite our guest, Advocate Jaya Goyal, Director of the Association for India International Mediation and Arbitration Services, to kindly address the gathering. Ma'am is a managing partner at Neo Juris LLP Advocates and Solicitors. Ma'am is also an LLM Gold Medalist from Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. She is also an accomplished legal professional with a distinguished academic background and over 36 plus years of experience in the field.
Thank you so much, students, for that generous introduction of mine. Very good afternoon and good evening to all of you. So we are here at the 6th National ADR Tournament 2023, and it is very nice to hear such words that we are having ADR tournaments. So I really feel honored. Sorry, ma'am. I really feel honored in the presence of Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain, Judge, Delhi High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Tandon, our Professor Dr. Dilip Kumar Bandyopadhyay, Chairman, Amity Law Schools and Chief Advisor to FPO, Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar, Additional Director, Joint HOI, Amity Law School, Noida. Then our Professor Dr. Shifali Raizada and our Faculty Convener, ADR Society, Professor Priyanka Ghai, who has been in touch with me for this program. Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me here. So friends, I really feel honored, and not to forget my friend, Mr. Shyam Sundar Sharma, who is a brilliant advocate in Delhi High Court and member of Delhi High Court Association, Bar Association, member executive, who has always been guiding me and always been giving me motivating words, always. So friends, it is really my pleasure to be here amongst all of you. And I really feel honored that I have been invited here in this esteemed gathering. Since I am a director of IMAS, which is giving mediation and arbitration services to the people, to the community. I have been a trainer of MCPC, Mediation and Conciliation Project Committee of India, and all the directors of IMAS are the have been trained by MCPC. Friends, I really feel honored by the presence of my mentor and guide, Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain, who has been our mentor, and I would say he's a pioneer in the field of ADR and mediation. I think he deserves a huge applause from this ADR gathering. All the trainers of MCPC, no training is complete of 40 hours intensive training without my Lord's presence. He is really passionate about the field of mediation. I still remember in 2006, he told me, we need 4 mediators, Jaya, and we are not getting mediators. Would you like to be one of the mediators? And I refused because at that time there was a lot of opposition from Bar. I think Mr. Sharma would remember. Bar was really opposing it at one time, thinking that mediation and these ADR practices is going to cut into our practice. But he really motivated me, and initially, so I was lucky that I was one of the 4 mediators in Delhi who were the first 4 initial mediators, and only motivated by my mentor and guide, Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain. So no training, no advanced training, no mediation we can talk without my Lord's presence. So I have few words to say, and I'm still waiting to hear from my Lords what new he has to say today, because it has always been a pleasure to hear him. So I won't take much of your time. So friends, I can see your shining and bright faces, and I would say that this energy which I am getting here is not only palpable, but it is really infectious. The energy which I am getting amongst these young students, these bright faces, such good participants. I was not expecting that from second year and third year students you will participate at least in ADR, which is a new field for all of us, that you will perform so well in negotiation. Madab is totally a new field, and in arbitration, negotiation, client counseling. So all of you have done wonderfully well. So I think all the participants deserve a huge applause from all of us. All of you have done really well, and to the organizers who have organized this ADR tournament. These kind of tournaments are welcome because awareness is still lacking about the ADR practices in India. So I will conclude only by saying one word, that friends and students, we come here to learn. What happens after learning? What will happen after we leave this law school? So learning is for serving others. Remember this motto. So once we learn, our learning is complete from this prestigious law school, then you have to serve others. Please don't forget this, that we learn to serve others. They say, there is a quote, they say that one student, one teacher, one page of paper, and one pen is sufficient for the service of this community and for this nation. So I really congratulate that you are in a prestigious Amity Law School. You should feel proud of it. And don't forget that after our learning, we have to serve others. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for such an informative address.
An equanimous persona, an academician beautifully shaping the future of his students. Our chairman, sir, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, a researcher and an academic administrator of repute, is a guiding light to all of us. Without his support, Amity Law School would have been directionless. We would request sir to kindly address the gathering.
So good afternoon to all of you. Now, just now, Joya ji, you was mentioning such an enthusiastic student, such a bright faced student, such a smiling faced student. That means you are to welcome all the dignitaries sitting on the dais with a hand of applause, with a sound hand of applause in welcoming to all of them, because we sitting over here, they are the who's who in the field of arbitrations. You must have seen the way Joyaji was praising and appreciating as a guru to Justice Sudhir Kumar Jainji. It speaks volumes. I mean, may I request all of you to give him the round hand of applause? Now, Joyaji, I like to mention one thing. Where you ended, I will start from there. You ended that after education, what? After education, it is a service to the society, service to the nation. This is exactly what is the philosophy of Amity Group. What exactly our Honorable Founder President talks about. That it is that Amity is giving you a pre-exposure, whatever best possible exposure. Whether you want to become an advocate, whether you want to become a judge, whether you become to make higher education to the reputed universities, and whether you want to become an arbitrators. All exposures are given to you by Amity Law School, Noida. Now that's all. We can see the plethora of our students. They are practicing in the US, they are practicing in UK, some of them are practicing in Australia. And that is the type of reach you, the students, you made us feel to feel proud of all of you, and you are going to do that in the same way. And this is the philosophy of our Chancellor Sir also. The philosophy of Founder President Sir has been percolated, again added, augmented, made to the higher echelon that our life should be dedicated for the cause of the nation. That's how he says that every Amidian student should be in a position to create their own success stories. And that is his philosophy. And how do you achieve the success? You achieve the success through your mindset that I am in existence because I am to serve the society. And sir, ma'am, this is the philosophy of our Honorable Founder President. And with that philosophy, many of us who came over here got so much influence and attached and addicted that we thought, well, this is the meaning of life, that we must do something for the betterment of the society. Now, coming back to the tournament, dear students, you are very lucky. In this hall, so many competitions have taken place. Whether it is JESAP moot court competition, whether it is mock parliament competition, whether it is ADR competition, whether it is a debate competition, whether it is, another and a different type of cultural activity competition, this room has witnessed that. This room has also witnessed the Nobel laureates came over here and gave the lecture to the students about their philosophy. So this hall is such a hall of fame that all famous people came over here. Different judges from the Supreme Court, honorable judges from Supreme Court, honorable judges from Supreme Court, they came over here and many students were able to rub shoulders with them to understand their philosophy, to understand the way they have reached to that level, what are their success story, how they are able to do it through their deliberation over here, through their narratives over here, and through their interactions over there. And today also, I would request and call upon all my students, whenever you find you interact with this very, very who is who sitting over here in the field of arbitration, whether it is Joya Goyalji, whether our Rajesh Tandonji, Samsundar Sharmaji, Samsundarji, less I speak about you, I think I'll be safe. Because the way you have created with Chandoksa of the Madham, I mean, it's highly, highly appreciable job that you have done it. And certainly, sir, your students have spoken about you, so I do not dare to speak anything about you. And when Joyaji has spoken something about you, I mean, it's again, I'm repeating it because I'm not able to control my emotion. So that's the reason I'm mentioning it over here. So you have all come over here to motivate our student, to encourage our student, because nowadays, I tell you, the Singapore arbitration court, Dubai arbitration court is highly, highly paying jobs today. So you should aspire how to become an arbitrator. Get yourself totally understanding of the Arbitration Act 1996. Get yourself acquainted with the Mediation Act, which has been just now passed in 2023. And see the nuances. See, there are certain shortcomings within those acts. And we have to find out what are those shortcomings. But whatever has been given to us, how do we really take them forward in terms of serving the society? Now, I just now talking to Honorable Justice Jonji as getting myself reconfirmed. Sir, has it become mandatory that before coming to the honorable courts, any disputers need to come through the arbitration? And he says, commercial disputes has been made mandatory. I mean, that is something, gradual evolution that has been taking place. Now you can see this importance of it. That's the reason we started conducting this training program, this tournament. And I'm very happy to say that 86 teams, they participated in the tournament. And we gave them 3 types of arbitration problem, simulated arbitration problem, and the way, whatever feedback I've got it, the way they actually made this arbitration and the mediation, the way they place themselves with their arguments before the arbitrator, it's highly, highly praiseworthy. All my praise goes to the participating teams. Some of you may be winning, some of you may not be winning. But you have participated in it. That's the most important thing. You have seen Amity Law School, because I see that about 25 institutions they participated. All NLUs, UPS, Christ, Symbiosis, any great law schools you name, we see the participations over here. That also speaks volumes about the popularity of this tournament. And what you will carry home? You will carry home the interactions that you had with your fellow students, because in life nowadays has become a life of networking. So these friends whom you have met it over here, maybe while you are competing with them, but again you have become friends with them. So please carry forward this relationship in your future days. That is going to be a great, great benefit that we carry home. Second carry home, that in Amity all the time we say, once you enter to this campus, in the campus, it is our honorable founder president's cherished dream that you come here, you see here, you conquer us. Come, see, and conquer. And that's the philosophy. That means once you are here, you will all the time remember and cherish these days that you are in Amity Law School and spend 3 days or 2 days over here, and that will also will give you beautiful thought processes or beautiful memories. Now I congratulate those who have won, but those who have not won, my high appreciation for them. Finally, I like to congratulate Dr. Shefali Raijada, who took the initiative for the conduction of this ADR tournament. And she was actually backed by Priyanka Ghai, Seshta Chakraborty, and Soen. 3 of them relentlessly worked with the help of the students volunteers. My students volunteers, I feel proud of you. The way you have handled it, the way you have coordinated it, it speaks volumes about maintaining the discipline and punctuality. Keep up the spirit of collaboration. Keep up the spirit of cooperation. Keep up the spirit of networking. This is my message. Thank you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words.
We would now like to invite Advocate Shyam Sundar Sharma, sir, Senior Executive Member of the Delhi High Court Bar Association and Joint Secretary of Samadhan, the Delhi High Court Mediation and Conciliation Center, to kindly address the gathering.
This is the most difficult task, to give a speech after such a inspirational speech by Sir. Dignitaries at the dais, on the dais, and off the dais, my learned colleagues, and dear students. 3 years ago, I was here at the same dais, and our senior member of the bar, Arun Bhardwaj, told me once from this dais that when you have to express your feeling, you come to your mother tongue. हिंदी में बोलो, भाषण अच्छा निकलेगा. उनका जब बच्चा रोता है तो माँ उसे समझाती भी इंग्लिश में नहीं समझाती, हिंदी में समझाती है. तो उस दिन से मैंने आदत बना ली कि जब भी मैं बात करूं किसी से, अपने दिल की बात करो, करीब होने की बात करो, तो एक्सप्रेस करूंगा इसी में. जैसा सर ने कहा कि इट्स ए प्रिविलेज फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू टू बी ए पार्ट ऑफ एमिटी. So I'll give you a small example. My niece was getting admission in law in 2008. मैं दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से हूँ, लॉ भी दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से किया, बीकॉम भी दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से किया, मास्टर्स करने बाहर चला गया. उसका दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी एडमिशन नहीं हुआ, तो फिर हमने चौहान साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करके उसका यहाँ कराया. शी वॉज रिलेक्टेंट, मुझे नहीं जाना अमेठी, इतनी दूर कहाँ जाऊंगी मैं. उसको मैंने कार और ड्राइवर दे दिया, मैं कहता हूँ अमेठी जा. उसने एमआईटी से किया, आज वो लंदन में सक्सेसफुल लॉयर है। उसकी छोटी सिस्टर ने यहाँ से फैशन डिजाइनिंग किया, आज वो कनाडा में बहुत सक्सेसफुल लॉयर है। मेरी बेटी का एडमिशन दिल्ली की प्रेस्टिजियस कॉलेज लेडी श्री राम कॉलेज में हो गया था, अप्लाइड साइकोलॉजी में। मैंने उससे कहा कि बेटा एक बार जाके एमआईटी कैंपस चले जा। सी सेड मैं नहीं जाऊंगी पापा, एमआईटी कौन जाएगा सुबह उठ के, अटेंडेंस के मामले में बड़े स्ट्रिक्ट रहते हैं, आप अटेंडेंस के केसेस करते हो। मैंने कहा बेटा एक बार जाके देखो आप, अगर आपको अच्छा लगे तो ठीक है, नहीं तो फिर दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी कर लेना। वो यहाँ आई, एक दिन बिताया, उसके बाद कहा पापा मैं तो एमआईटी से ही करूंगी। मैंने क्यों करोगे एमआईटी से? मैंने पूछा क्यों करोगे एमआईटी से? तो उसने कहा पापा मैं अपने कॉलेज में जाऊंगी तो सिर्फ एक कॉलेज में रहूंगी, ये कैंपस है, 100 एकड़ से ऊपर का कैंपस है, अलग अलग फैकल्टी के स्टूडेंट्स मिलते हैं, टीचर्स मिलते हैं, एक एटमॉस्फेयर अलग है। ऐसा लगता है कि मैं लंदन की किसी यूनिवर्सिटी में हूँ, मैं यहीं से पास आउट होंगी, यहीं से पढ़ूंगी मैं। और इस साल उसने साइकोलॉजी यहाँ से किया और अभी लंदन चले गए वो अपने मास्टर्स करने के लिए। और मेरी छोटी बेटी ने फैशन डिजाइनिंग में एडमिशन लिया, साथ साथ उसने भी कहा कि मैं भी एमआईटी का टैग चाहिए, इसलिए उसने यहाँ इंग्लिश ऑनर्स में कॉरस्पॉन्डेंस का जो एक आपका ऑनलाइन है उसमें एडमिशन ले लिया। तो ये हाल है आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी का कि आज आप उस यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट्स हो जो फक्र से कहते हैं दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में हमारे इतने लॉयर्स नहीं मिलते जितने आज हमें यंगस्टर्स जो अच्छा कर रहे हैं दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। उनसे पूछो कहाँ से हो तो कहते हैं एमआईटी लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी से, एमआईटी कॉलेज से, एमआईटी लॉ स्कूल से। करण चंडोक लगा लो, उसमें रोहन जेटली लगा लो, मोहित जोली लगाओ, जिसको देखोगे आप जो अच्छा कर रहा है वो एमआईटी से है। तो ये फक्र की बात है आपके लिए कि आप एमआईटी से ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशन से कर रहे हैं, उसको चेरिश करो। और कोई भी प्रोफेशन इससे बढ़िया प्रोफेशन नहीं है, कहीं आपको ऐसी ओपनिंग नहीं मिलेगी कि आप लॉ करते ही अगर आपको प्लेसमेंट चाहिए तो प्लेसमेंट में आपको 1 लाख या 2 लाख रुपए स्टार्टिंग में फीस मिलती है, स्टार्टिंग में आपको सैलरी मिलती है। कोई प्रोफेशन इतना अच्छा प्रोफेशन नहीं जैसे ये है। जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था मोटरसाइकिल पे 20 फाइलें लेके अमरजीत सिंह चंडियोक सर को ज्वाइन किया था, तो दिल्ली हाईकोर्ट से 30,000 जाता था, 20 फाइल लेके ऊपर से ऐसे रोक के मोटरसाइकिल पे। और 7 साल के अंदर मर्सिडीज लेने वाला सबसे यंगेस्ट लॉयर था, मैं अपनी कमाई से फर्स्ट जनरेशन लॉयर। ये ब्यूटी है इस प्रोफेशन की, मेहनत करो, फोकस रहो, स्काई इज द लिमिट। और जैसा जय मैम ने कहा कि हम सुधीर सर को सुनने के लिए बैठे हैं, मेरे को भी उन्हीं को सुनना है, क्योंकि जितना हम सुनते हैं हर बार ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ और सुनते रहे, कुछ और नया करते हैं। इज ए मोटिवेटिंग फोर्स फॉर अस, गाइडिंग फोर्स फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस। माय बेस्ट विशेस टू एमआईटी यूनिवर्सिटी, टू ऑल ऑफ यू। और आप मेरा पैशन देखो, इस जो सर ने कहा ना कि हमें एक फैमिली बना के चलना है, आगे रिलेशंस को आगे याद रखो। तो जो मेरी फैमिली के रिलेशन यहाँ से बंधे हुए हैं, मैं दिल्ली डिस्ट्रिक्ट क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन में डायरेक्टर हूँ, बीसीसीआई लीगल एडवाइजर हूँ, इंडियन टीम का मैनेजर था। अभी कल हमारा मैच है फिरोजशाह कोटला में, हमारी वहाँ मीटिंग चल रही है, फिर भी मैं यहाँ आया हूँ इसलिए क्योंकि ये एक जो फैमिली की बॉन्डिंग से इसको आगे बढ़ाओ, जो यही मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है जो सर ने समझाया। और अच्छा करते रहो सोसाइटी के लिए, अपने लिए, देश के लिए। थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू।
Thank you, sir, for your nice words.
We would now like to welcome the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am, to the ceremony. Ma'am has over 22 years of experience in organizations such as Shimnet Group, Intra Software, IIHT Systems, and Amity Group of institutions. We would like ma'am to kindly address the gathering in online mode.
Most respected Honorable Founder President, a very esteemed guests, Honorable Justice Rajendra Menon ji, Honorable Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain ji, Advocate Shyam Sundar Sharma ji, and Advocate Jaya Goyal ji, my and Professor Justice Rajesh Tandonji and all my esteemed colleagues, the participants. First of all, I extend very warm welcome to all our honorable, the esteemed guests, participants for the valedictory session of 6th Amity National Alternative Dispute Redressal Tournament 2023. As we all know, and all the previous speakers have emphasized on the importance of arbitration, negotiations, client counseling, and mediation. And the events like this, where not only the discipline or the subjects are discussed, but at the same time the student competitions are organized, which develop the requisite skills and competencies to be a successful professional in the area of who wants to get into the mediation and the arbitration. The counseling skills are very important. Negotiation skills are very important. And providing such opportunities, Amity University always look at how to provide opportunities to the students, not only to develop their skills and competencies by understanding where they do stand as on date, but at the same time they say how they stand compared to the other students and how they need to develop. When the jury members give the comments to each student, each participants, and that learning goes long way in development of the students. Our honorable founder president has always emphasized and has dreamed that every imitant to be a success story and contribute to the society and the nation. And during this Amrit Kal, it becomes even more important because there's so many opportunities are there, and Indian talent is recognized world over. So how under these available opportunities and the talent of Indians can be utilized, the leverage for the economic development of the nation to make India fully developed nation. And also today when we see the legal professional passing out from the universities have lot of opportunities not only within the country but the overseas. And we have been seeing that by doing the few courses in the other countries, they can also be practice in countries like UK, USA, Australia, and other countries. So therefore, the education purpose is to develop the skills and competencies, and at the same time understand what new trends are going on, what new laws have come, and how they can be abreast with the latest developments one side, and the other side developing the skills and competencies. And since yesterday I have been seeing and hearing that how the fierce discussions and the debates are going on, and I'm sure this 2 days event has been a great learning for all the students. I'm extremely thankful to all the jury members and the guests who have spared their valuable time yesterday and today to develop, guide, and support the students so that they can become the excellent negotiators, excellent mediators, or the arbitrators for the society, for the. So with this, I once again extend very warm welcome and thank our distinguished guests And I congratulate the organizing team. I congratulate all the participating teams. Winning and losing is part of the life and a part of the competition. But participating in the competition is very important. So I'm sure that all those students who have participated in these competitions as well as organized these competitions, they had a great learning as well as they have developed the mm, friends during these 2 days events, which will come long way in their professional journey. Many times you will be helping each other, supporting each other, taking advice from each other in the legal fraternity. And I congratulate all the students and wish all the best to all of you for your success. Our Honorable Chancellor have always emphasized on the youth of the nation is very important, and the Indians' talent is recognized world over. So therefore, I'm sure all of you work very hard, thoughtfully, and you will come with the initiatives which will have far-reaching impact to change this world and make this world a better place to live. And I'm sure that each one of you will contribute to this vision of our Honorable Chancellor, and you will make India truly, truly a global leader and the world leader in all spheres. With this, once again, I congratulate the all the organizing student organizing team and their faculty under the leadership of chairman of Amity Law School. And I wish all the best even to the teams who have come from the other universities. Please, we have a philosophy: if anybody visits Amity, Amity becomes the Amitian. And whenever you feel like for any help, any guidance, any support, our team of faculty will be always be there to guide you, support you, because we all are ultimately working for the one common goal to make our nation a global leader and a self-reliant nation. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing us with your address. We would now like to invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain, Judge at Delhi High Court, to kindly address the gathering.
Good afternoon and good evening to all who are present in this auditorium. On the dais, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Tandon, who just left for another program, Professor D.K. Bandopadhyay, my esteemed colleague, mediator, my young sister, and my fellow Madam Jaya Goyal, my esteemed brother on dais, Shri Shyam Sundar, and Professor Aditya Tomar and Madam Raizada, and faculty members and dear students, those who are present over here. First, I would like to extend my very special gratitude for the organizer of this program, the sixth Amity National ADR tournament, for giving me this opportunity to be the part of this wonderful gathering and August gathering today in the evening. I would like to congratulate those who have participated in the sixth Amity ADR tournament. Whether they are the winner, I will not say some of them they are the loser, but they are the great participant. What is important, it is not the winning or losing, it is my participation in this program. And another thing which has delighted me a lot in the core of my heart is that the nomenclature of this program, it is not the competition, it is the tournament. A tournament is a system where we participate with great enthusiasm, with lot of commitment, dedication, and without any sense of any hostile, positive or negative competition. I hope that this ADR society in the MIT University Just Mr. Shyam Sundar Sharma ji has mentioned how this MIT University is popular among the students, how the student they want to pursue their career in this university. It's really doing wonderful job. This ADR society, in ADR society in the MIT Law School, that how it is promoting the ADR. I will share my experience how the mediation was started in Delhi, in India, how I attached and connected with the mediation, how the mediation is developing. You know, we are living in a society. It's a society where the conflicts are inevitable. The conflicts are ever present. We can never avoid conflict. I think anybody who is present in this hall cannot say that today is the day which is without any conflict. What is the happiness in the life? Happiness in the life is not the absence of conflict, but my ability how to handle the conflict. We may handle the conflict in a legal way, like the court system, tribunal system, but we have also developed to handle the conflict is the alternative dispute resolution mechanism. It may be negotiation, it may be arbitration, maybe mediation, conciliation, lok adalat, panchayat system, whatever it may be, judicial settlement. But we need to address the conflict. A conflict always starts like a spark. If it is not addressed in the proper perspective, it may blast like a volcano. So recently, we developed immediately after our independence in 1947 and 1950, when our constitution came into place. Our constitution is having very vibrant judicial system, which is capable, and the judgment delivered by the superior court, either by the high courts and Supreme Court, they are well referred by the courts of the different countries. Our judicial system and judicial process and legal system is well respected in other parts of the world and different jurisdiction. But friends, you know what had happened about 30 years back due to globalization. This is increasing awareness about the redressal of our civil, political, constitutional right, winning away the traditional system of dispute resolution. We started to talk about the FDI. We have started to talk globalization. Suddenly, there was a litigation explosion in the court system. The judicial resources at our command at that time were not able to cope with this increasing burden on the court system or court mechanism. As you know, our justice delivery system is alleged to have been, I'm using the word alleged to have been infected by two viruses, that is delays in the disposal of the cases and elephantine backlog of the cases. And this was not a problem which was particular to this part of the world or this subcontinent of the world. It was a global problem. Many jurisdictions across the world tested ADR mechanism, alternate dispute resolution mechanism. It was found to be very creative, time saving, cost effective, and most important, is resulted into the win-win situation for all the contesting party. The relationship, harmonious relationship were maintained between the litigants, contesting parties. In India, it is not like that we were not having the color of ADR mechanism in our justice delivery system. Justice Tandon has mentioned about the Arbitration Act. This is Section 80, Order 32A of Code of Civil Procedure 1908, and thereafter Legal Services Authority Act 1987, which was amended in the year 2005, Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Family Courts Act 1984, Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, and various other provisions, and most important, Industrial Dispute Act 1947. They were all having the color of ADR mechanism in the form of negotiation, in the form of conciliation, arbitration. But mediation word was never used in Indian statute, in any of the statute. For the first time, the Parliament has reintroduced the Section 89 in Code of Civil Procedure 1908, which was repealed when Arbitration Act 1940 was enacted. This Section 89 has talked about mediation, arbitration, conciliation, judicial settlement, including Lok Adalat. This section 89, was made effective with effect from 1st of July 2002. At that time, we were not aware what is mediation, how the mediation can be done, whether any training is required, who can be the mediator, how the institution of the mediation can be developed. Then what had happened at that time in the year 2002, I was posted as additional director in the Delhi Judicial Academy. Honorable Mr. Justice S.B. Sinha was the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. I was called by His Lordship in the High Court. He conveyed to me, ki, Mr. Dr. Jain, I want to start mediation in this country. I want to start mediation in Delhi. Then at that time, to generate awareness, we organized 3 conferences at Delhi Judicial Academy where students were called, judicial officer, advocate, paralegal, volunteers, social workers, they have been called to join and to attend these 3 conferences. The outcome was very courageous. The participant, including the judicial officer, they have conveyed, ki, sir, we want to refer the cases for mediation. We want to do mediation. Ultimately, by the Supreme Court, I was appointed as settlement judge to conduct mediation. The cases were being referred by the Supreme Court, by the High Court, and by the District Court also. But it was not a very organized system, not very well defined or systematic system. Then what had happened that in the year 2004, the Honorable Supreme Court has constituted Mediation and Conciliation Project Committee, which somewhere in this meeting held on in somewhere in the 2004 or 2005, I do not remember the exact date, they decided to start a pilot project on mediation in Delhi District Court. And out of that pilot project, 30 senior judicial officers, they have been trained as a mediator by the expert. They came from California. There is Institute to Study Development and Legal System. 30 senior judicial officers, they have been imparted the training in the mediation. Why? It was a 40 hours training, as Madam Jaya Goel has just mentioned in her address. I was one of the participants. We have started the mediation, and after conclusion of that training program, we have started to do the mediation after finishing our court work. Initial result in the mediation was very, very encouraging. Initially, we anticipated some opposition from the Bar Association, legal fraternity, even from the judicial officer also. But initial results were encouraging. Then what we have sensed, although we have started with the judicial officer, but what we have realized, that without the participation of the legal fraternity, we cannot establish the mediation. Then I still remember Madam Jaya Goel was one of the participants of the training program which we have conducted for a mixed group of judicial officer and advocate. We have established our mediation center in T. Cesari Court somewhere, or most specifically in the month of October 2005. The Honorable Executive Chairperson of the NALSA came to inaugurate. What had happened? When Section 89 was introduced, the Bar Council of India, if you remember, if you know, had given a nationwide strike for one day to oppose the Section 89. What the legal fraternity has considered, if the ADR mechanism is introduced, there will be how they perceive ADR, alarming drop in their revenue. Alarming drop in their revenue. This was the apprehension. So when we inaugurated first our mediation center in T. Cesari, in the evening after the function was over, a group of advocates, led by the executive member, they attacked the mediation center, pulled down the board and damaged the furniture. It was a very sensitive time. What we have sensed, without active participation of the legal fraternity, the mediation cannot be put into place. It cannot be established. So that's a very sensitive time. We need cooperation of the legal fraternity. We cannot oppose. Then that day was over. Then gradually, we introduced the advocate in the mediation. And now in the Delhi, we are working with two models. One is in the Delhi High Court, of which Mr. Sharma is the part. It is purely controlled by the advocate. There is a committee of the High Court judges. I am the member of that committee, which is supervising the functioning of the mediation center, that is Delhi High Court Mediation and Conciliation Center, Samadhan. Another model which is in placed in Delhi is the mediation is managed and administered by the judicial officer. There is another committee which is looking after the functioning of the mediation center in district court. I am also the member of that committee and remain the judge in charge of the different mediation center for, I think, more than 6 years. So gradually, when we started the mediation, we faced many challenges. First, introduction of the mediation in the justice delivery system. Then how to give quality training. We cannot compromise with the quality. Who can be the potential mediator? How to generate about the mediation among the different stakeholder of the legal system, that is advocate, judicial officer, judges, litigants, and then how to establish the mediation center, how the mediation center can function, and then selection of the mediator, and then most important, the acceptability and credibility of the mediation system was another big challenge. Gradually, we overcame. Now, I am very delighted and very happy to say in Delhi Mediation Center, since its establishment, we have settled more than 2.6 lakhs cases by the process of mediation. And in Delhi High Court, I think, Sir Sharma ji, we have settled more than 20,000 cases to the satisfaction of the parties. And when I was judge in charge of the mediation center, I conducted one empirical study. We talk about the delays in the disposal of the cases. What I have calculated that the average time taken in the case which is addressed or settled by the process of mediation was about 72 minutes. There may be some error. Maybe we can take 120 minutes, but average time was found not actual time, but average time was not found to be more than 120 minutes. And gradually, we have also noticed that mediation process being qualitative without compromising the settled principles of the judicial values, ethics, and judicial system, the mediation can be placed into the system. It was found to be very creative. Many solutions which we could manage to achieve at the end of the mediation proceeding would have never been possible by the way of litigation. I will give you one example. One or two examples. These two examples are very close to my heart. When I was doing my functioning as a mediator, one labor dispute was referred to me. It was a dispute between the management and the worker. The management on the side was a well-reputed convent school for girls in Delhi. Very difficult to get admission. What had happened in that case? The workman, after conduction of the domestic inquiry, was terminated from service. He raised industrial dispute, referred to labor court. At that time, that workman had expired, leaving behind his wife, 2 sons, and daughter. At this stage, the case was referred for mediation and handled by me. Had it decided by the adjudication, if domestic inquiry conducted in accordance with law, reinstatement, compensation, continuity of the service, and other benefit. But I said mediation is a totally different, entirely different from judicial process, entirely different from arbitration, entirely different from lok adalat, entirely different from panchayat system. What I have sensed is that the daughter of the deceased workman was very good, intelligent in study, but her mother, due to poor financial condition, was not able to provide good education. It was very disturbing fact for the entirely family. Due to the paucity of time, I cannot share what had actually happened. But ultimately, how the parties have settled, that management of the school has agreed to provide free education up to the 12th standard to the daughter of the deceased workman beside payment of compensation. See the creativity in this case. In one case, in a 138 complaint, the accused was given employment by the complainant. It can never happen in the court adjudication. I still remember in one case, I partitioned a property just measuring 25 square yard among the 7 claimants without putting that property on sale and without physical partition of that property. It's a very good example of the mediation. So mediation is found to be very good. Now, what I have noticed, mediation is very informal procedure. Now the Mediation Act 2023 is in well placed. This Mediation Act 2023 made the mediation process free from Code of Civil Procedure, Indian Evidence Act. It's a very flexible process. There is no application of procedure law and substantive law also. And how the mediation has become relevant for the growth and development of this country. When I was posted in as a judge in charge in the Delhi Mediation Center at Rohini, I received a call from Canada High Commission, the Deputy Secretary Political and Economic Affairs. He wants to meet me. He wants to visit to the mediation center. But I have thought he must be taking a round of the mediation center. He must be interested how the mediation center is functioning. But to surprise to me, what he have conveyed that investor in the Canada, they are ready to invest in this country, but they are very apprehensive about the judicial system. They are very keen to know how the mediation is working in this country. If their commercial dispute can be settled without any prolonged trial or delay, so they are very much interested in the investment, making investment in this country, to see how the mediation, early disposal, early resolution of the dispute, how can invite the foreign investment from the other country. So mediation, we cannot look in the perspective that our justice delivery system, legal system, they are infected by 2 viruses, delays in the disposal, and there is a elephantine backlog of the cases. We need to understand the mediation in a wider perspective. We need to understand the mediation, how it can be related to the growth and development of this nation. Mediation is required to be understand with the perspective, a choice is given to the litigant. Whether he want to whether he want to go for litigation, or whether he want to go for mediation, or whether he want to go for arbitration. Mediation cannot be developed, it cannot grow as a compulsive choice as an alternate to the delayed litigation. No, it should be developed as a open choice for a litigant or a party to choose to adopt the mediation to go for resolution of its dispute. Gradually, to develop the mediation, Indian judiciary has worked a lot, legislature has done a lot. I just mentioned when Section 89 was introduced, its virus were challenged before the Supreme Court in very famous case, Salem Advocate Bar Association versus Union of India. The Supreme Court has upheld the constitutional validity of Section 89. The Supreme Court has observed that it is a new provision, it is required to be tested. It was observed all the patients, those who are coming to the hospital, they are not required to be admitted in the hospital. Many patients can be treated as outdoor patient. Like in the judicial system also, it is not that every case is required to undergo the rigor of the trial. Many cases can be settled without undergoing the rigor of the trial by the process of ADR mechanism. And then in another very important judgment delivered by is the AFCON judgment in the year 2010. Judgment was delivered by Honorable Mr. Justice R.V. Ravindran and Honorable Mr. Justice J.M. Panchal. A duty was cast on every court to consider whether the case is fit for the ADR mechanism or not, including mediation, conciliation, arbitration, judicial settlement. If the case is not suitable to go or to be referred for ADR mechanism, only then the court can proceed with the trial of the case. Then the Supreme Court on the administrative side also constituted mediation and conciliation project committee. Madam Jaya Agarwal just referred, and I think me and Jaya Agarwal has traveled together across the country to impart training on the concept and techniques of mediation to judicial officer, advocates, judges, and then social worker, students, many other parts of the society. And then the legislature has also introduced the element of mediation. That a commercial court acts, it made, as Professor Chakravarti just mentioned, it made pre-institution mediation in commercial dispute mandatory. The Mediation Act talk about the pre-litigation mediation. It also talk about how the mediation agreement can be executed. It talk about the commercial mediation. It talk about the community mediation. And then many acts like your Consumer Protection Act, Companies Act, RERA, many acts, they have been now introduced with the element of ADR, particularly the mediation. Even Madam Jaya will share her experience. Many public undertakings now they have started to take the recourse of mediation in place of arbitration. How the mediation, although I am not comparing the mediation with arbitration or arbitration with mediation, but just at the last, I will give you one example that, there is a National Judicial Academy at Bhopal. They were having their dispute with their interior decorator. The agreement was having the mediation, that arbitration clause. But their governing council, headed by the Honorable the Chief Justice of India, they decided to refer their dispute not to the arbitration but to the mediation. The case was referred to Delhi Mediation Center, T. Sajari Court. I, along with Mr. G.P. Mittal, now who has already retired as Judge of Delhi High Court, we conducted the mediation. And within 3 sittings, we could able to settle the dispute to the satisfaction of the party just within 3 arbitration. The registrar of the Delhi National Judicial Academy conveyed to me, sir, the arbitration would have taken number of years. So how that mediation is, and then one more point, why we need to adopt mediation. You will find litigation, arbitration, they are not the democratic way of dispensation of justice. Although a few days, 1 or 2 months back, I was dealing with the arbitration matter, was one of the part of the division bench dealing with the appeals under section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, not comparing with the arbitration. But how this mediation is the democratic way of dispensation of the justice. Mediation is only the way of dispute resolution wherein the right of the parties is recognized to participate in decision-making process. Even judicial process does not recognize this right. Even the arbitration does not recognize this right. Even in the Lok Adalat, most of the cases in the Lok Adalat, they are settled by way of persuasion, not by way of party-centered negotiation. In mediation, there is a direct communication, negotiation between the parties. Options are generated, communication, parties are sitting together. There is no hostile atmosphere, very conducive and congenial atmosphere. So now what I have sensed, mediation is a journey from negativity to productivity. It is a journey from past to future and present. The mediation is a journey from dispute adjudication to dispute resolution. The mediation is a journey from confrontation to not cooperation but collaboration. Dear friends, I am very delighted to know, it just, sir has mentioned the second year student, third year student, they have participated in this tournament. Future belongs to you. Tomorrow you will be the custodian of our justice delivery system and legal system. You need to carry forward the legacy of our justice, our judicial system, a very vibrant judicial system, legal system. So I'm happy to see, I'm very amazed and delighted to see that in the evening time, the large number of the students, they are present and taking active participate in this tournament. So once again, my heartiest congratulations to the organizer for organizing this wonderful tournament, which will be a very guiding factor for the generation to come. And at the end, I can say with authority, with lot of pride on my face, that future belongs to mediation, not to litigation. So once again, my thanks and my extreme gratitude to the organizer of this function. Namaskar, Jai Hind, my best good wishes to all of you for your best future. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your illuminating words.
We would like to extend our gratitude.
Before we continue, I would like to read a message given by Advocate Shyam Sundar sir that Delhi High Court Bar Association's doors are always open for the internship and placement of Amity students. On priority of Samadhan also invites you to do internship in area with its senior mediators and trainers. We are very obliged, sir. Thank you, sir.
We would like to extend our gratitude to our dear founder president, sir, Dr. Ashek K. Chauhan, sir. Sir is a renowned industrialist, educationist, philanthropist, and is the founder president of Amity Education Group. Sir is also the chairman of MC Group of Companies, a leading conglomerate with diverse business interests in plastics, pharmaceuticals, construction, etc., and the founder of Ritan Balved Education Foundation. Due to certain urgent commitments, Sir is unable to join us today. However, he has conveyed his best wishes for the 6th Amity National ADR Tournament.
I would like to call forward all our guests and dignitaries for the release of a souvenir.
Thank you, Janvi. Thank you, Nikki. I would like the guests to please come forward for the release of souvenir of the 6th Amity National ADR Tournament. The souvenir has been prepared by the student team. Yes, you can help me. Yes, sir. So the souvenir of Amity Law School Noida presenting you with the 6th Amity National ADR Tournament 2023. The blessings given by the founder president, sir. The inspiration and motivation from Dr. Atul Chauhan, Chancellor, Amity University. A message of blessings from Dr. Balvinder Shukla, Vice Chancellor Ma'am of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. The message and guidance and directions always given to us by Dr. Dilip Kumar Bandopadhyay, Chairman, Amity Law Schools. The guidance, a message by Dr. Shefali Raizada Ma'am, Additional Director, Joint HOI, Amity Law School, and also by Dr. Aditya Tomar, Additional Director, Joint HOI, Amity Law School. Also from Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu, Additional Director, Joint HOI, Amity Law School. A message by Minister of Law and Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Arjun Ram Meghwal. Sir was supposed to join us also, but due to certain urgent meetings, he was unable to be present here today. However, he conveyed his best wishes to the ADR Society and Amity Law School. Introduction, as we all know about Amity University, Amity Law School Noida, the ADR Society, the tournament, the 6th Amity National ADR Tournament, a message by us, the faculty conveners, co-conveners, and the highlights which were there, live SSC blogging of the tournament. Then we have our sponsors, Media and Knowledge Partner, SEC, EBC, promotion partners, our sponsors which are present here with us today, KD Chambers, Carrots Law Academy, PSP Legal, our special mention to the judges of the final rounds, the core committee of the students, certain glimpse of the past, thank you for the same on behalf of ADR Society, Amity Law School. Like a circle, the pursuit of excellence has no end. Which started with 86 teams, 172 participants from 25 colleges in the whole tournament. We are on the point where everyone is waiting for the results. Now the wall. With drum rolls, I would like to invite MA9 as the winner of mediation and arbitration competition. So please, I request the dignitaries to please come forward for the prize distribution. And with this, we have MA8, School of Law, Christ University, Bangalore, as the runner-up of mediation and arbitration competition. Next, we have winner of arbitral writing competition, MA6, VIPS, Delhi. Then we have winner of negotiation competition, NE36, OP Jindal University. N36, OP Jindal University. Then we have runner-ups of negotiation, N21, University of Institutes of Legal Studies, Punjab Universities. Now we have the winner of client counseling competition, CC29, National Law University, Jodhpur. And the runner-ups of client counseling competition, CC26, Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies. No. And the last award for the evening, winner of the tournament trophy. It goes to Rajiv Gandhi National Law University. Any participants from the RGNLU, please come forward. The participants from the RGNLU. All the participants from the RGNLU, please come forward. Many congratulations to all the winners and runner-ups, and a very thank you to all the participants from the ADR Society, Amity Law School, Noida.
Many congratulations to the winners.
We request the Chairman, Sir, and joint HOIs to kindly felicitate the Honorable Dr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain with a token of appreciation. We request the joint HOIs and Chairman, sir, to kindly felicitate Advocate J.R. Goyal with a token of appreciation. We request the Chairman, sir, and joint HOIs to kindly felicitate Advocate Shyam Sundar Sharma, sir, with a token of appreciation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We would like to extend a special thanks to all our sponsors, PSP Legal Advocates and Solicitors, KD Lex Chambers LLP, Carrot Laws Academy, and Vertex Legal LLP for their support and everlasting gratitude.
We would now like to call upon Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada ma'am, Joint Head of the Amity Law School, Noida, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon. Though my throat is not allowing, but quickly I would be taking this privilege to propose a vote of thanks for the grand audience gathering for the today's valedictory event. So first of all, with all God Mighty's grace and blessings, I'm very grateful to Him. And with that, I extend my thanks and my sincere thanks to our founder president, Sir Dr. Ashok Chauhan, for giving this opportunity for Grow and Excel. I thank you. My sincere thanks to our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudhir Kumar Jha. So thank you for coming and for giving time. I am very thankful for our senior advocate Shyam Sundar sir and Jaya madam for coming and accepting this invitation on behalf of our Amity Law School. I am very thankful for our Chancellor, sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and our Valedictory Shukla madam, Honorable Vice Chancellor, for giving this opportunity. Certainly with our Chairman, Professor Bandyopadhyay, and former Justice Rajesh Tandon, sir, for all guidance and directions. I am very grateful for all the conveners, co-conveners, Priyanka Ghai, Akida, and Prabha, and other faculty members and student team. It's a big job, big commendable job they have done. And sincere thanks to all the judges who have judged various rounds. It's a very, very serious job and responsibility on them for doing a very, very judicious role. So thank you very much. And thank you all the sponsors, because without your support, it was not possible. And thank you, big thank you to all the faculty, directly, indirectly, IT department, admin, media department, and hospitality. So thank you so very much, everyone. Directly, indirectly contributed a lot to make this grand success. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all the participants for your hard work and dedication. You are all winners in your own right, and your journey of learning and growth has just begun. As we draw near to the end of this ceremony, let us remember the words of Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This tournament has been a celebration of education, and the knowledge gained here has the power to change lives and shape our future. We now declare the tournament closed, and the participants are requested. We now declare the tournament closed with the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उच्चल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधित गाम तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष गे गाहे सब जयो गाता जन गण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
The participants are kindly requested to wait in the moot court hall for their certificates. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you.